What is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here at GSD Studios. First off, I want to thank you for watching the show. I truly appreciate your support. I know it's annoying, but please listen to the entire intro before the podcast begins, as I really need your help. So before we jump in, just a few quick favors, you guys. Number one, please share the show with anyone you feel that will benefit. This truly helps grow the show and has a massive impact on many lives. So please go out there, share the show. Sharing is caring, right? Number two, if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please leave a 5-star review on iTunes and in Stitcher, again, if you have not done so already. Number three, make sure that you join the private GSD Mode Facebook Mastermind group. If you go to www.gsdmode.com, you'll see a link, a button right there on the home page that you can click and request to be added to that group right away. And lastly, I want to give our sponsors a quick shout out that make this show entirely possible. Our first sponsor is my personal 90-day mastery bootcamp. This is my personal mentorship training program where I give you everything that I do inside my business. You get my entire playbook, you guys. We have 12 live 3+ hour long sessions. Each session we go so in depth on exactly what I do inside my real estate team and how I operate my business. Plus there's a lot of different bonus sessions. You get access to everything I do inside my business on my tracking forms, presentations, checklists, lead generation tactics, lead follow-up tactics, team contracts, and much more. There's absolutely nothing that I withhold from you that you don't get access to. Plus you get daily access to me inside the group. So this is hands down the most effective and affordable real estate training program on the planet. Check us out, www.90daymastery.com, or click the link below to learn more about that. If you do join, make sure to plug in promo code Live Mastery. That's all caps, all one word, all together, which will save you $500. Make the whole entire program like $997, or 3 payments of $333. Our next sponsor number 2, is PerfectStormNow.com. This is an insanely effective lead generation website for realtors, and now offers not just a front-end website, but a website and CRM combo with all my personal written follow-up drips and scripts. And some of these, you guys, go out 1,000+ days. We made it where it's 100% dummy proof. And this system, you guys, competes with $1,000+ month systems that exist in the industry, and it's only $199 per month. So make sure to check us out, www.perfectstormnow.com, where you can check out in-depth demos, client testimonials, more info, all that fun stuff. Our third sponsor is EMF. I'm really excited about this one. This is Optimized Life Nutrition's newest supplement, newest nootropic. It's by far the most powerful nootropic on the planet. EMF stands for Energy, Memory, Focus. If you're like me and you want to have insane energy, improved memory, extreme, intense focused, this is the best product, you guys, that money can buy. I take it every single day, and the results are insane. Improved energy, improved focus, improved mood, awareness, and we've even had many clients tell us improved sex, dude. So it's just this crazy, insane, overall life-enhancing product. So check that out at www.optimizedlifenutrition.com. Lastly, if you want to be like me and the crew here at GSD Studios, kicking ass every single day, highly recommend that you rock your GSD gear here on the website, www.gsdmode.com. Snag your shirts. We have women's shirts, men's shirts. I got some hats, and we got a lot more apparel on the way. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoy the show, and we will talk to you soon. All right, what's up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here with another weekly episode of Leveling Up, where every single week I talk to you about different ways to level up in your life, different ways that I've learned to level up in my life, and different things that I'm doing to continue to level up inside my world. So today, you guys, I want to talk to you about going for broke, right? Going chips all in. We've all heard the sayings out there that like burn the ships, right? Like you got plan A, there's no plan B, because you're so focused on plan A. So how do you do this, right? Because the reality is you're never going to create success in any aspect of your life until you're fully committed. You get laser focused and you are chips all in. If you always kind of have like this backup, plan B, whatever that may be, it's going to be very difficult to stay focused on plan A, because your focus is going to get diluted, right? So I know I talk so much about getting clarity on what you want in this plan. So we got to sit there and get crystal clear on what it is that we don't want, or what it is that we want in this life. Now, if you don't know what you want, I get that, man. Like sometimes it's very difficult for me to also get clarity in every aspect of my life of what I want to go out there and create. So where I go and when I'm stuck in that realm is I start making a list of shit that I don't want. Right? Like maybe you don't know exactly what you want in your health and fitness, right? But you can start breaking down of what you don't want. Maybe you don't want to have a certain look or a certain low energy level or a certain amount of brain fog or whatever that may be. Start writing out things that you don't like inside your life or that you don't want, right? And then start doing the opposite or doing things that create that opposite result for you. So when it comes to like finances, I get a lot of people that are like, oh, dude, I don't know. I'm having a tough time designing or figuring out full crystal clarity of how much financial wealth I want to create for myself and for my family. I'm like, yeah, well, you don't have to either. You don't have to have a figure. You don't have to have like, it's like, oh, I want $40 million in the bank by X age, right? You can go to a different realm with this. You could sit there and be like, okay, hey, what would eliminate pain inside my world? What don't I want? What do I want? What type of a lifestyle would I want? And what does that look like? Like maybe you can sit there and figure out, hey, if I could figure out a way to bring in $15,000 a month of passive income into my world, so meaning, dude, before my feet even hit the ground, I'm making 15 G's a month without having to go in there and trade hours for dollars. That's passive income, right? So, hey, if I were able to make 15 grand a month of passive income, that would eliminate a lot of pressure, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering in my world, right? Well, then you can start building a plan to get to that level. You don't always have to get clarity on long-term things, right? So, number one, get clarity on what you want. And if you don't know what you want, start getting clarity on what you don't want. Because I think that's something that we can all do and go there, because I do understand how difficult it can always be to go out there and get clarity on what you want. And then once you get clarity on what you want, you guys, you got to be chips all in, right? You got to be willing to go for broke when it comes to this. It's very difficult, again, to go out there and create success if you're not giving your all. It's just not going to happen, right? Like it's a different mentality than most have when it's going chips all in. Like you got to be willing every single day to sacrifice everything to go out there and make what you want happen. And I have internal agreements in my life. Like I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what I'm willing to sacrifice and what I'm not willing to sacrifice, right? So like for financial success, for example, I'm not willing to sacrifice my own personal health. I'm not willing to sacrifice for certain relationships that matter to me in my life. But outside of that, I'm pretty much willing to sacrifice everything else. It's like what matters to me. I'm very clear on what matters to me, which is my wife, my kids, my health, and my businesses. And then, of course, the people that work for me inside those businesses. Those are the most important things to me in my world. If it's not one of those things, if it's not congruent with one of those things, it doesn't align with one of those things, dude, I'm not going to partake in it. It's not going to get any of my physical or mental energy or any of my focus. But then I'm going for broke with everything else. I'm going chips all in with everything else. And if you're not willing to do that, again, you're going to have a very difficult time going out there and creating success inside your life. So like in my real estate business, when I'm building up my real estate business, when I'm like chips all in, because the reality is, once I have clarity on what I want, I'm not afraid of failure, dude, or like losing money. Like I'm never freaked out about losing money or penny pinching every single penny. Now, of course, I'm looking at my P&Ls and I dissect them. I'm like a surgeon with a scalpel every single month looking through my P&Ls. Of course, I go deep into that stuff. But what I mean by this is like I'm not sitting here just trying to hoard a bunch of cash and play it safe inside my business, right? Because for me to go where I want to go inside my businesses, fuck, I got to go big, dude, right? I got to be willing to bet it on the line. And any single day, I'm willing to lose it all. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I try to make very intelligent, strategic decisions and moves because I've made a lot of stupid moves in the past, right? So I've learned from those and have grown from those. So of course I'm trying to make strategic, smart decisions, but I'm willing to put everything on the fucking line every single day to go out there and create the big life that I want to create for myself. You know, right? If you want to go out there and play it safe, dude, you're not going to go out there and grow this big empire, right? But there's a difference between taking stupid risk compared to smart strategic risk. There's always risk involved, right? But people come to me like, oh, dude, you know, you went out there and you just dropped 100 grand in this or did this. All this is so risky that you do with all these investments. I'm like, no, dude, it's not risky. What's risky is devoting 40, 50, 60 hours of your week to a corporation that you have no control over that can just give you the cut at any time. Maybe that company decides to go public. They want to make their P&Ls look better for sellability to increase their shares, and they just start cutting a ton of jobs, right? You're just a number to them. That's what fucking risk is. Risk is, people come to me like, oh, dude, you're investing all this money in growing businesses. That's what I do, right? I mean, I when I invest in certain things, I don't invest in the stock market and paper assets. I invest in things that I love doing, but also that I know, which is business, right? That's why today I either own solely or in partnerships with 8 total companies at this point, right? And I invest everything back into those companies that I make. I take a little bit, of course, to live my own personal lifestyle. I take 20% of the income that I make for my own lifestyle, but the rest all goes into growth of all these companies. But as I'm growing these companies, dude, again, I'm going for broke. I'm going to put everything into it, from a monetary standpoint to an energy standpoint, to a focus standpoint, to a mental standpoint. It's getting all of me, dude. There is no plan B inside each one of my companies, because it's like, dude, this is it. We're chips all in when it comes to going out there and growing these and building these. So let's take my real estate company for an example. Dude, like, we're massive growth mode. Right? As soon as I start hitting X amount of profit, then boom, that just gets reinvested at the next level. I'm not here to play it safe. Yeah, I could play it safe, play it conservative, stock away a few more pennies, right? But no, man, I want to go out there and create an epic, large, big business that gives back to me and my family in a big realm. And what happens if I make a mistake and it all goes away and I lose it? I don't want to say that I don't care, because obviously I care. But the reality is, I'm so clear on what I want. Me not accomplishing what I want is way more devastating. Like, getting to the end of this life and knowing that I didn't push hard enough to go out there and create what I wanted to create would crush me way more than losing all my money, having to file bankruptcy, and starting all over. If that's the path that it has to come to, I'm willing to do that at any point. Right now, I've never had to file bankruptcy. I've always been able, I've had some tough times, man. I've lost it all. I've had to put myself in $100,000 of business credit card debt just to rebuild and stay alive. I've had to get very creative at certain realms of my life. So I've never had to go to that route, but I'm willing to go to that extreme, right? Because I know that the regret that I will have on my deathbed when I'm having that internal conversation of, what did I do with this gift called life? Did I go out there and do something epic with it, or did I piss it away? That would crush me way more than losing all my finances, or losing my house, or losing cars, all these freaking material possessions that are really just empty boxes anyway. They're just irrelevant anyway, right? It's just really all an illusion. It's just shit. It's just junk. Right? So when I talk about going chips all in and going for broke, that's what you got to be willing to do, right? But again, like I was saying earlier, there's a way to be strategic about this, right? Do your due diligence. I'm not making reckless decisions. I'm going to go out there and do my homework. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to try to make very calculated risks, but they're still big risks. But I'm willing to go chips all in with those risks. And the reason I love it within my business, and because I'll get asked a lot of times, like, hey, what do you invest in? The reason I don't invest into the stock market is I have no control. Right now, if I knew that space and I studied that space, that would then minimize my risk, right? Anything I'm going to invest in, I'm going to really get to know that industry. But dude, stocks don't excite me. Paper assets don't excite me. What excites me is betting on myself, right? Because I know every single day I'm going to get my ass out of bed. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to be very hardcore and strategic about aligning myself with the right partners. And I know if I develop and work hard at creating the right teams, and with my business partners, us together creating the right teams, and being very strategic with those partnerships is so damn critical in business. If you're ever going to part with somebody, you got to make sure it is the right partner. I'm going to bet on me. I'm going to bet on me. I'm going to bet on my business partners all day long, because I have confidence that we're going to make it. But again, at any point, I'm willing to go for broke, dude. I'm willing to come in today, to the office today, put it all on the line, and risk losing it all, and wake up tomorrow and have everything gone, right? But I had a guest on the podcast, Claude Diamond. If you guys haven't watched that podcast, definitely go check it out. Claude is one of the top sales guys on the planet, right? So sales, cold call sales coaches, trainers, does a lot in all aspects of business. I mean, the dude's brilliant, right? So I asked him on my podcast, I'm like, how do you define success in your life? And he goes, well, I used to define it based on how much money was in my bank account. He goes, but then the older I've gotten, I've realized that true success, at least for him, was going to bed every single night, knowing that if he woke up tomorrow and it all went away, it was all gone, he lost all his money, the houses, all that, let's say he still had, his wife, his family, and his health, he could go out there and instantaneously rebuild, right? That's success, dude. I mean, and after he told me that, of course, I'm just reflecting on it deep. And I'm like, how do I get to that level? How do I get to that level of confidence and certainty? And it's taken me a long time, but I know now, of course, it's theory because it hasn't been tested. Like I said, I mean, I've lost everything. I put myself in $100,000 business credit card debt. It took me 18 months to get out of that mess and get back to being where I was. So I guess I've proven this to myself already once. But I know with 100% full certainty, or at least I have that certainty, I have that confidence that, dude, if I lost everything and my net worth was zero or even below zero like it got to before, I'm cool with that, right? Because I know that I can go out there and rebuild instantaneously. I know I'm not going to quit. I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep grinding, and I know I'll continue creating success. And the other thing too is, when it comes to going for broke, so many people are so fucking freaked out of making a mistake, of failing. Right? Those mistakes, those failures, hopefully they're not detrimental failures to your business, but those are your greatest learning experiences. Right? Like when I have fallen flat on my face and it's hurt the freaking hardest, to the point where it's almost broken me, and I've had numerous of those experiences inside my business ventures over the last 12 years, right? Since I started entrepreneurship, I've had those, but those have been the best learning experiences, which now become my greatest assets, which may force me to wake up, force me to adopt a whole new sense of hustle, a whole new sense of discipline, a whole new sense of fiscal responsibility, a whole new focus, right? So when I talk about going for broke, man, even if I go broke, dude, that could be the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, just showing me to wake the fuck up at a higher level so I can take it to the next level. Like, dude, again, I'm not afraid of failure because I'm never going to quit. It's only truly a failure if you quit. And quitters are losers. Winners don't quit. Winners fail all the time, right? But they fail, they reflect, they learn, they rebuild, they get better, they improve, and they keep going for it. The number one regret on people's deathbed is not living the life that they wanted out of fear of being criticized and rejected by others, right? So we spend our lives just trying to please all these other people that probably deep down we probably don't even really give a shit about it, really don't care about them as much as we tend to think that we might inside of our head. But the number one thing that we're so freaked out about, which then prohibits most for going for broke, putting it all on the line, going chips all in, right? Because why are they freaked out to do that? Oh crap! Well, what are my in-laws going to think if I go broke? Or what are my friends going to think? Or what about the people I went to school with? Or whatever. What's the community going to think? Who gives a shit? Right? I mean, there are people that really, if you sat down with and got to know them, I don't know. Of course, you're going to have some family members, whatever. That's a different story. But that also may criticize you and think less of you in that moment. But the vast majority of the people that you're freaking out about, you probably wouldn't want to spend much time with anyway. Deep down, you probably don't really like them. They probably don't like you anyway. So who cares? Like, quit focusing on the shit that doesn't matter in this planet, right? And then even if I get that criticism, who cares, dude? If I fall flat on my face, right, that's just going to show me who's truly with me. Who are those that are going to support me at a deep level? Because I want people in my life that are with me from the bottom, that maybe are with me up the top, that also if I lose it from the top and I hit the bottom again and then they ride with me back to the top, those are the true people that I want involved in my life, man. I want those people in my life that support me no matter what, right? Those are so the true character is going to come out. It's going to show you their true colors, and those are the true people that you want to roll with anybody, dude. If anybody else starts criticizing you, tearing you down, if any motherfucker in your life, family, friends, I don't give a shit. If they're kicking you while you're down, they're a piece of shit. You don't want them in your world anyway, dude. They're doing you a favor by kicking you so you can tell them to piss off, right? So don't worry about that. What's going to happen, though, if you don't do this, as Jim Rohn said, there's only two pains that we're gonna experience in this lifetime: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. But you can't have both. You got to pick and choose, dude. Am I gonna live the disciplined life to do the things that I must do to create the life that I know I'm truly capable of creating? Or am I not going to do that? Am I not going to go out there and take massive action and go for broke and do the things that I think must be done? One, because maybe I'm just not disciplined, because I'm lazy, because I'm uncommitted. Two, because I have this big fear of people making fun of me, whatever it may be, because I've lost everything, right? So that pain of regret, and like Jim Rohn said, man, the pain of regret weighs tons, where the pain of discipline weighs ounces. And the reality is, once that regret sets in, it's going to be, in most cases, we're 84 years old, we're on our deathbed, we're like, oh shit, now it's too late. I thought I had all this time, but now it's all gone, it slipped away from me, and it's going to be too late to go out there and then truly level up and create the life that you want, right? So you got to get clarity, again, what you don't want, fully commit to it, know what you want, fully commit to it, go chips all in, be patient, right? Like every business that I've ever created or every venture that I've ever created, I've got multiple of these going on right now. Like we all want instant success, man. I'm impatient like everybody else. I want instant gratification. I want 6-minute abs, right? I want to run the sprint, not the marathon. I mean, that's I think what we all want today. We've been conditioned in today's society to want those things. I mean, it's instant, right? Like I don't need to go to the fucking Blockbuster store anymore. I can just click Apple TV and rent the movie right from there. Like it's all instant today. But the reality in business is even though that we may be impatient, we want instant results, you got to learn to be patient with these things. You know, right? Every single day, put one foot in front of the other, keep driving, just keep grinding, stay laser focused. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the naysayers. There's a million of them out there, and that shit will screw with your head if you allow it to. Just eliminate that crap from your world. But again, you got to be willing to go chips all in. But I'm just going to end it with this because I could just keep ranting on this for hours here and just repeat myself over and over here. But let me end it with this. If you really reflect on what's the worst that could happen, like, okay, like with all this happening, let's just say I want to go, and I'm doing this right now. I just invested in 2 new companies, partnered with one business partner, but we created a holding company, and under that holding company, there's 2 new companies, right? And there's some big investments that are happening, and there's some big financial investments, some big risks that we're having to take. So then I'm like, okay, well, what's the worst, absolute worst, and I'm just doing this on a scrap paper, what's the worst case scenario? If this doesn't work out, if we lose all of our money, if we lose everything, what's the worst case scenario? Like worst case, like the worst thing I could think of was losing everything, having to file bankruptcy, right? Even on a BK, they leave you with 1 car and 1 house, you know, right? So at least I would still have a roof over my head. Even if they take my house, take my cars, you know, right? And I have to go live in a little tiny apartment, drive a $1,000 beater, you know, even when I assess those things, like worst case scenario, you know, if I have to go back at, you know, being an employee, getting a job with certain skill sets that I have, I can kind of calculate, I'm pretty confident I could get a job making at least 40 grand a year pretty easily. I don't know, but you know, whatever that may be. But if I break that down, like worst case isn't that bad, you know, right? I'd still have my health. I would still have my wife, hopefully, but she's been with me through a lot, right? She's been with me through being in shape, going obese, to being back in shape, to being broke as a joke, to making money, to being broke again, to making more money. So I got my health, right? I got my wife. I got my kids. I got all that love going on, right? I got the, you know, my great, amazing family members that I truly love. And again, if some of them think less of me or kick me while I'm down, that's just showing me their true colors. So I don't care. I'm going to get them out of my world anyway. The friends that I have in my circle, the true friends, will stick there and support me through those tough times. So the things that truly matter to me in my life, my health, my family, and my closest friends. And guess what? I still have this. I still have this mind that I've been leveling up with over the years, all the books that I've read, conversations that I have, and even this experience of losing everything, right? All those things I'm still going to retain. So worst case scenario, life isn't that bad. Even if I go for broke and I fucking lose everything, life is still pretty damn epic. And I can say that because I've been there. I've been broke. I've had to live on food stamps. Like I know what that looks like. And life still wasn't that bad. There was never really a lack of love inside my world, right? I was still fulfilled, still had massive love. And again, for me, I just know my personality. I look at this universe as the universe is pressure, right? So I have this internal agreement with myself that, okay, the universe is pressure and we're all pieces of coal. So pressure, when it gets applied to coal, does one or two things. Either the coal crumbles or the coal handles the pressure really, really well and becomes a diamond. So I have this internal agreement of I don't care what pressure this world brings to me, I'm coming out a big-ass diamond. You know, right? Like, I don't care, dude. I'm coming out a big-ass diamond. Now, what does that mean for everybody? It's different. You know, some people, a big-ass diamond may mean, hey, I want to have X, you know, large of a bank account. You know, right? For me, I don't give a shit about the money. You know, right? I just know that on my deathbed, I want to answer this question with full certainty. Did I do everything that I possibly could with the life that I had to create the most epic life that I possibly could? And did I have as a large of a positive impact on as many lives as I possibly could while I exist? As long as I can answer yes to that one question, life was an epic win for me, right? So I may go out broke. I may go out rich, but I'm not going out mediocre, and I'm not going out with a heavy heart of regret, right? So again, you guys, just wrapping this up, get clarity on what you want, be willing to go for broke, go chips all in, make a list, right? Make a list. Again, get out that piece of paper, make a list of what's the worst absolute possible income or outcome if this goes wrong, right? Like, you're not going to be dead. I can promise you this, like, you've survived 100% of your worst days thus far, right? And then the cool thing about getting to the bottom, dude, is the only place to go from there is up. Right? So it's really not that bad of a place to be. And those of you that have experienced that understand what I'm saying, right? Because I've been there many times, and it's like, dude, at that point, you kind of get like this sense of internal fulfillment, because you're like, fuck, it can't get worse than this. I'm just going up now, right? So anyway, you guys, that's all I got for you today. Get clarity on what you want. Again, be willing to go chips all in, go for broke, stay focused, stay laser fucking focused, stay patient, stay disciplined, keep leveling up, keep kicking ass, and go dominate. Peace out. See you next time. All right, peeps, that wraps up today's show. Again, thank you so much for watching the show. I truly appreciate it. Just a few quick reminders and favors that I need from you. Number one, please share the show. Anyone you feel can benefit from this show. This truly helps us grow the show, continue going out there and having impacts on many, many lives. So it'd mean the world to me if you went out there and shared the show. Number two, if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, please go out there on iTunes, Stitcher, leave us a 5-star positive review. All that stuff helps for awareness of the show. Also, make sure to join the GSD Mode private Facebook mastermind group. If you haven't already, you can go to gsdmode.com. Right on the front page, there's a link there. Click that. We'll get you added right away. A lot of cool stuff in there, a lot of masterminds. We're bringing a lot of Facebook Live, different stuff in there they have access to that you can't get anywhere else. And lastly, I want to give our sponsors a quick shout out that make this show possible. So our first sponsor is my personal 90-day mastery bootcamp. This is my personal mentorship training program where I give you everything that I do inside my business, right? You get my entire playbook. We have 12 live, 3+ hour long training sessions. You get daily access to me inside the program. There's a bunch of bonus training sessions. You get access to every single thing that I do inside my business. All my tracking forms, all my presentations, checklists, lead generation tactics, lead follow-up tactics, team contracts, and so much more, you guys. There's nothing that compares to this program. You get full access to everything that I do inside my company. I hold nothing back. Go check us out, www.90daymastery.com, where you can learn more information, see future dates, see testimonials, all that fun shite. If you decide to join, make sure to plug in Live Mastery inside the promo code, all one word, all together, all caps. That'll save you 500 bones on the program, so you get it for only $997, which is a freaking steal, or 3 payments of $333. Our next sponsor is PerfectStormNow.com. So PerfectStormNow.com is an insanely effective lead generation website for realtors, and now offers a website and CRM combo with all my custom personal follow-up drips, all of my scripts that are inside there, right? So there's no guesswork. And when a lead comes in, based on the lead source, you're gonna know exactly what to say, when to say, how to say. All of it's just auto-filled, and we made it where it's dummy-proof. I mean, this system is as powerful, if not more powerful, in my opinion, than the $1,000 plus monthly websites, and it's only $199 a month. So go to PerfectStormNow.com. You can check out in-depth demos, see more testimonials, learn more information on it, all that cool jazz. Our last sponsor is EMF. So Optimized Life Nutrition has created the most powerful nootropic on the planet called EMF, Energy, Memory, Focus. So if you're like me and you want insane energy, improved memory, an extremely intense focus, this is the best product that money can buy, you guys. I personally take it every single day before I do webinars, before I do things like this, man. I'm always taking this product to go out there and enhance, again, my focus, my intensity, my memory, every aspect of it. So go out there and check right now on www.optimizedlifenutrition.com, where you can learn more about EMF. Lastly, you guys, if you want to be like me and the rest of the GSD crew, as well as my real estate team and so many others that listen to this, listen to the show and support the show, make sure you're rocking this GSD Mode gear, man. We want to go out there and spread the love, spread the word, spread the GSD Mode name. So on the site, gsdmode.com, we have men's shirts, women's shirts. We're starting to run a lot new apparel through the site, so you see a lot more coming as well. So make sure to go check out the site, pick that up, have some fun. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.